psychology to raise parents. They won't try new things. We only like old-fashioned chicken. But Tyson Chicken Quick is today's old-fashioned chicken. Super breast fillets, juicy patties, and meat chicken chunks. Yep, old-fashioned chicken.
Oh?
Tyson Chicken Quick. 100% tender, tasty chicken with a golden, crispy crunch.
Tastes old-fashioned.
Take psychology.
Tyson Chicken Quick. Today's old-fashioned chicken.
Chico-San, 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 Chico-San.
Chico-San crispy rice cakes instead of bread or crackers. 100% whole grain brown rice.
Chico-San.
Chico-San rice cakes, only 35 calories, but that's not why you love them.
When you go on vacation, criminals go to work. So don't carry cash, carry American Express traveler's checks. Don't leave home without them.
The human zooms. Back and forth they go, trying to take just the pictures they want. Now, Pentax puts an end to the human zoom, introducing the IQ Zoom, the world's only fully automatic camera with a built-in power zoom lens. All you have to move is your thumb, so you can get this, and this. Put an end to the human zoom. Get the new Pentax IQ Zoom and get the pictures you want.
Power, performance, excitement. If they make your temperature rise, Nissan has 3 kinds of heat.
Hot. We got the power to make you move. We make you feel like driving. We make you feel like driving.
The hot new wide-open Pulsar NX. The hotter V6 200SX. The hottest 300ZX ever. They're what hot driving is all about.
We make you feel like driving. And the name is Nissan.
We will return to Ghost of a Chance, starring Dick Van Dyke.
Tonight's news is about me. I spend a lot of time these days thinking about this kid's future. I know it's a bit early to start worrying about college, but the cost is something to be reckoned with. In 18 years, it will cost about $60,000. That's $60,000.
Financing college. Find out how tonight on the 10 p.m. report, Channel 4.
That's the best news of all, for me and you.
This is CBS.
I love some ice cream.
Looking for me?
Mickey Mouse, is that you?
You can taste the magic of Disney frozen treats.
School's out, and I'm hungry. Donuts!
They're cool and delicious, filled with fresh laughter.
I can only eat what's okay with Mom.
No problem. Goofy's here.
Oh, Goofy.
And pure fantasy. Wholesome, refreshing Disney frozen treats.
You can taste the magic. A Disney frozen treat.
Hi. I just moved in next door. Could I borrow a Diet Pepsi?
Sure.
Yes.
Be right with you.
When you go all out for taste, the taste to go out for is Diet Pepsi.
You okay in there?
Here's your Diet Pepsi.
Thanks. I hope it wasn't too much trouble.
No trouble at all.
Diet Pepsi, the choice of a new generation.
Your child's college education, a long-range plan, tonight. We will return to Dick Van Dyke and Red Fox, starring in Ghost of a Chance.
There are 2 ways to get rid of the smelly chair. Throw it out or use Lysol spray. Get rid of the garbage can or use Lysol. Ordinary air fresheners just cover odors. Lysol kills germs on surfaces, cleans the air. So laugh. Shoot, Lysol spray actually cleans the air.
I get more emotional. Why do I get this way some months?
Premenstrual syndrome, it's not in your head. Inside your body, a complex biochemical process can trigger premenstrual symptoms that can be relieved with the right medicine. Midol PMS, the premenstrual specialist. Understand and know there's help.
I don't clean anymore. Because none of these ordinary cleaners gives me what I want. Now I clean and disinfect with Lysol deodorizing cleaner. Look, Lysol not only cleans the greasiest dirt, it disinfects. Lemon Fresh Lysol Cleaner takes cleaning one step further.
Yeah, right there. Okay.
Oh, hey, Don. Kids know you're into their Rice Krispies?
Mrs. McCormick, can Donnie come out and play?
What did you guys have?
Good old-fashioned oatmeal.
Yeah, good for your game, oatmeal.
Oh, guys, Kellogg's Rice Krispies beats oatmeal.
Whoa, serious competition.
It's higher in iron and 8 major vitamins in your oatmeal.
Ooh, that's 2 points for the Rice Krispies expert. Yeah, but does he know which one of these guys is Pop?
Yeah. He's one with the great outside shot.
Snap,
Crack Pop Rice Krispies.
Isn't she ready yet? They're waiting.
Pressure's on, getting higher. Difference is, you stay drier. Van Roll-On makes the difference, and the difference is fantastic.
You can trust Van Roll-On. It rolls on smooth to fight odor and wetness, even under pressure.
Pressure's on, getting higher. Difference is, you stay drier. Van Roll-On makes the difference, and the difference is fantastic.
Ghost of a Chance, starring Dick Van Dyke, will return.
A Farmington, Minnesota girl and a top porno queen.
I don't know which scared her more.
2 faces, 2 names, 1 life,
She was a little girl. She needed to be supported.
and the death of an American girl.
I saw the destruction coming.
A Moore Report, Wednesday night at 9 on Channel 4.
It's not the kind of job you do just for the money. If I did that, I wouldn't be any better than most of the bozos I go up against. Sure, it's probably easy to take advantage of people who are in trouble, who sometimes don't even want your help. But I think it all boils down to one thing: justice. That's really what it's all about. Even though it would be nice to get paid every now and again.
This is a Channel 4 News Update with Don Shelby.
Good evening. The St. Paul School District will lose nearly $3.5 million in federal money next year. That announcement came today, and it means an even larger 1987-88 budget deficit, more than projected. The murder trial of Lois Juergens began today in St. Paul, with attorneys for both sides offering emotional opening statements. Juergens is accused of killing her 3-year-old adopted son, Dennis, back in 1965. The prosecution argued that Juergens beat her son to death, but the defense said the evidence fails to prove Juergens killed the boy. Videotape seen for the first time today showing a Canadian soldier holding hostages in 1984, 3 of whom the soldier eventually killed. The tape had been used as evidence against the soldier. It was released today after a Canadian court sentenced the corporal to life in prison for those murders. A cystic fibrosis patient donated his healthy heart to another man today and then received a heart and lung transplant. The cystic fibrosis patient received the heart and lung of a man who died in a car accident. He then, in turn, donated his own heart to a third man who would have died without it. Tonight, the TV show Hill Street Blues wrapped up a series and is airing its last segment. We spoke to some local police officers and asked them how they felt about their TV co-workers. Those stories and more will be coming up on the 10 p.m. report, along with sports and weather, here on WCCO television.
We've got a great act going. Robert and Rufus. I play the Casio SK1, and Rufus sings. Problem is, he only sings when he wants to. But with this Casio, I can record a sample of him whenever he's in the mood. Come on, Ruf. Got it. Now, whenever I want Rufus to hit it, I just hit this button. Oh, the Casio SK1 sampling keyboard, because the show must go on. You know, Rufus, this act could be a single.
Imagine a lean and juicy Wilson ham in a smaller size. It's the delicious Wilson 2-pound Just For Us ham. Just For Us is just right for lunch, just right for brunch. Carve thick to serve, thin for hors d'oeuvres. Make a salad so light, add a sauce that's just right.
Only Wilson ham will make you say, Wilson.
Tonight's news is about me. I spend a lot of time these days thinking about this kid's future. I know it's a bit early to start worrying about college, but the cost is something to be reckoned with. In 18 years, it will cost about $60,000. That's $60,000.
Financing college. Find out how tonight on the 10 p.m. report, Channel 4.
That's the best news of all, for me and you.
Tie a yellow ribbon for life.
Don't tell him you're a cop.
I'm not a cop. I mean, how can I be a cop? I look too much like a cop to be a cop. No, I'm no cop. I'm
a musician.
A musician.
Taste summer. Drink it in. Scoop it out. Eat it all. Taste summer. Taste summer. Taste summer.
Right now. Cool, creamy, refreshing ice cream. Summer just wouldn't be summer without it.
Taste summer.
Ice cream, yummy.
For my little stain maker, I get the stain lifter. All goes right to the stain and just lifts it away.
A-O-L.
It's the stain lifter.
Feel fresh all day with Shield deodorant soap. 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock fresh. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock fresh. Gonna feel fresh the whole day through with Shield. Fresh all day with Shield.
Jim Mitchell's eyes, intensely green. Slightly astigmatic. Prefers scratch-resistant plastic lenses with bronze wire frames. Jim Mitchell's eyes, corrected, handsome, and proud. Pearle knows how glasses work. Pearle cares how glasses look. Nobody cares for eyes more than Pearle.
Now through June 6th, buy a complete pair of glasses, get the second frame free.
Meet Wally, our weatherman. Wally's forecast is wet and gloomy because he's wearing a diaper with a droopy waist that leaks. Well, Wally, here's Kleenex Huggies diapers to brighten your day. Huggies are thick and absorbent with soft, cuddly, elastic waistbands to help stop those leaks. So Huggies hug all over to help stop leaking and help keep babies happy. Now Wally's wearing Huggies and reporting sunny days ahead. Right, Wally?
We now return to Dick Van Dyke and Red Fox in Ghost of a Chance.
Checks out fine. Everything's okay. It takes a lot of teamwork at Delta to give you the best service. And as a mechanic, I make sure everything's ready to go. All with one thing in mind, a safe, comfortable flight. Hey, Bob, we take a lot of pride in what we do. I like working on our airplanes, and I sure love working for Delta.
Delta, get you there. We get you there with care.
Some things you just gotta do right the first time. At Firestone, we believe that fixing your car is something we've got to do right the first time. Our Master Care mechanics use some of the most advanced training and technology in the business. So Firestone tune-ups are right the first time. Firestone brake jobs are right the first time. Firestone wheel alignments are right the first time. And our warranty backs our service. Firestone, right the first time.
Now, a little legs magic. We put 2 pairs of sheer energy into one economy pack. So, you save $1. Astonishing. Sheer energy economy pack. Save $1 at your Legs boutique.
Presenting the one, the only, the original, Ernest P. Worrell in his first motion picture. Ernest Goes to Camp, rated PG.
Know what I mean?
Starts Friday, May 22nd at a theater near you. Check newspapers.
Will all those into the taste of the flame-broiled Whopper please signify by raising your right hand?
or you're left. Burger King, the best food for fast times.
We will return to the CBS Tuesday movie, Ghost of a Chance. Thursday night.
Dad, open up. I'll take care of it. No one has to know.
Who will pay for the ultimate sin on the season finale of Knots Landing? Then, Friday night, you've read about them.
That's how big this thing is, Sue Ellen.
You've heard about them.
Wendell, you touch that painting and I'll kill you where you stand.
Now, see them for yourself. They sowed the wind.
If I had a mad dog in my backyard, I'd shoot him.
Now they reap the whirlwind. 2 nights, 3 shocking season finales, Thursday and Friday.
Monday blues got you in a bind? Break out on the funniest night of the week with Kate and Allie, My Sister Sam, Newhart, and Designing Women. Mondays on CBS.
This is CBS.
Now, Great Clips for Hair presents The Cheerleader.
The girls are so jealous that I'm dating the captain of the football team and that I'm so cool talking slam dunks and stuff. And they just love to know where I got this fabulous perm. I should tell the girls about Great Clips someday, but not real soon.
Great Clips for Hair, $8. Great perms and stylings, too. There's a Great Clip shop right nearby. No appointment needed.
This is a Channel 4 News Update with Pat Miles.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight at 10, results of that Senate vote on a tax cut for Canterbury Downs. A DWI suspect shot and killed yesterday by a St. Paul police officer did not point a gun at police, but a cigarette lighter that looked like a gun. We'll have the story tonight at 10.
Hey, looking for the hottest action in town? Donaldson's Mighty May sale has the lowest prices of the season, so we gotta go now and beat the traffic, you know? Lowest prices.
More chlorine.
Why feed your pool every day?
More chlorine.
When there's sun-stabilized chlorine. Pools sparkle 4 times longer with a little bit of sun.
Tonight at 10, a special cover story on the cost of sending your child to college.
Your child's college education, a long-range plan, tonight.
Start up the juice with Starburst. Now there's real fruit juice in every chew. Start up the juice with Starburst. Now there's real fruit juice in every bite. All right! Start up the juice with Starburst. 4 mouth-watering flavors keep coming at you. Make your mouth water with every chew. Start up the juice with Starburst fruit juice. Starburst starts up the juice.
Come on, start up the juice.
Salon Selectives presents hair so beautiful you feel like you just stepped out of a salon.
Salon shine. Salon Selectives. Salon glow. Salon Selectives.
Introducing Salon Selectives, new from Helene Curtis. 4 salon shampoos, 4 salon conditioners. You select the combination that will give you salon beautiful hair.
Salon style.
Feel salon beautiful every day.
Salon Selectives.
Get your spaghetti ready. Get ready for new Ragu Thick and Hearty Spaghetti Sauce. Our thickest, heartiest sauce ever. Made with lots of plump, juicy tomatoes. Special seasonings and spices for a zesty, full-bodied tomato taste. Now your spaghetti's ready. New Ragu Thick and Hearty. Our thickest, heartiest sauce ever.
I don't have a thing on my face. Nothing that isn't hypoallergenic. Nothing that isn't fragrance-free. Nothing but great Almay color. And Almay's nothing is really something. Intriguing eyeshadows, rich mascaras, luscious lipsticks, all in colors from shy to wild. Almay color, everything you want, and nothing you don't.
And now, the conclusion of Ghost of a Chance.
used to think being in real estate was hard work, but raising 2 kids is back-breaking work. That's why my pain reliever is Metaprin.
Metaprin has ibuprofen, the prescription ingredient recommended by doctors 2 to 1 over aspirin for body pain, even lower back pain, and it's gentler to your stomach than aspirin.
When you're the mommy, you haven't got time for the pain.
I haven't got time for the pain. Metaprin, from the makers of Tylenol products.
We've been kidding ourselves.
In trying to get all the fiber recommended by the National Cancer Institute, people added fruit, vegetables, and cereal to their diets. Unfortunately, some added the wrong cereal. You see, unlike Kellogg's All Bran, 99% of other cereals don't provide the additional amount of fiber recommended. 99%. Why settle for a fraction of the fiber you can get?
We were kidding ourselves.
When there's Kellogg's All Bran.
Mom's magic meatloaf is weighing on you like a ton of bricks. Send the bubbles of Alka-Seltzer to the rescue, because speed is what you need to lift the heaviness off your stomach and relieve your heartburn and pounding headache fast. So for fast relief, let the bubbles rise to the occasion. Alka-Seltzer to the rescue. Try new extra strength Alka-Seltzer. More of what you take Alka-Seltzer for.
Tonight, Stacy endangers her life by going undercover in the glamorous world of high-fashion modeling, where she tries to catch the killer of a young woman who worked as both a model and a prostitute. On T.J. Hooker on the CBS Late Night at 11:05, here on Channel 4.
Sunday.
Oh, my goodness.
A murder case so big,
I must talk to Maggie.
it takes 2 to tango.
Whose case is it?
Murder, she wrote.
Kind of like the plot of one of your novels.
Then, an obsession for revenge.
Killed my baby.
Flames a mystery of passion
Until death do us part.
and murder.
I didn't kill him.
Bruce Dern, Lisa Hartman. Roses are for the rich because someone has to pay.
Thursday, when Lee's framed, he lays his life on the line for Scarecrow and Mrs. Kane. Then, a desperate hunt for treasure pits Simon against Simon.
Sounds like a bad spaghetti western.
And
He's dead. Open up. I'll take care of it. No one has to know.
who will pay for the ultimate sin? The shocking season finale of Knots Landing, Thursday. Friday, 2 of America's most popular comic strips come to television. First, it's the Bumsteads with Cookie, Alex, Daisy, and Mr. Dithers.
I got a job.
Now, Blondie goes to work for the first time ever. Lonnie Anderson in Blondie and Dagwood. Then, she's frantic, funny, and coping with single life in the 80s. She's Kathy. All new animated specials on CBS.
This is CBS.
Tonight on the 10 p.m. report, a twist in the South St. Paul shooting.
Police did shoot and kill a man with a gun, but the gun was just a toy, a cigarette lighter, much like this one.
I'm Colleen Needles, live at the state capitol. A crucial vote tonight on the Canterbury tax cut. I'll also have tonight's cover story. Just how are we going to pay for our kids to go to college?
And if you watch those guys across town tonight, you saw the final episode of Hill Street Blues. Tonight we'll talk to some local police officers who saw their TV cohorts say goodbye.
The 10 p.m. report is coming up next.
Hardee's introduces garden fresh salads. We call them that because our lettuce comes from fresh lettuce. Our cabbage from fresh cabbage. And our carrots from, wouldn't you know it, fresh carrots. Unlike some other places where everything comes fresh off a truck. Hardee's new garden, seafood, and chef salads, proving once again that at Hardee's, we're out to win you over.
Imagine a lean and juicy Wilson ham
in a smaller size. It's the delicious Wilson 2-pound Just For Us ham. Just For Us is just right for lunch, just right for brunch. Carved thick to serve, thin for hors d'oeuvres. Make a salad so light, add a sauce that's just right.
Only Wilson ham will make you say, Wilson.
I'm Bronson Pinchot. I'd like to speak to you about an issue which seems to be tearing our country apart. The issue, which tastes better, Pepsi or Coke Classic?
For the next few months, everyone all over America can come on down to a taste test booth and taste for themselves which one is really America's choice.
You think there's any doubt who's going to win?
Let your taste decide and discover once and for all why Pepsi is America's choice.
You are watching WCCO Television, Minneapolis, St. Paul. The Twin Cities' most watched newscasts. With Pat Miles, Don Shelby, Mike Fairborn has weather, and Mark Rosen with sports. And now, this is the 10 p.m. report.
They have had fanfare and they have had excitement, but Canterbury Downs has also had money troubles, millions of dollars in losses last year. Now they want help from the state and its taxpayers. The track wants a break in its gambling tax. Good evening, everyone. A crucial vote for that tax break tonight in the Minnesota Senate.
Some senators saying, let's give the track the help it needs, but many others complaining that the track should not get a break in a year when the legislature is planning a tax increase for just about a fourth of the people in the state. Colleen Needles joins us live now with the Canterbury vote.
Pat and Don, there has been no vote yet here in the Senate. They've been discussing the bill for about the past 2.5 hours. They've already defeated 3 amendments to that bill. They are now discussing a 4th. Supporters of the tax cut for Canterbury Downs say it will be good for all of Minnesota.
The increase in the purses would attract more and better horses, more and better jockeys, more and better stables, and bigger bets.
Minnesota, the supporters say the bill would mean more revenue for Minnesota, but opponents argue that the timing of the bill is all wrong. Just when we're raising taxes for everyone else, we should not be giving a tax break to a special interest.
I come up here to find that we're considering a bill to give over $4 million of tax relief to a special interest that has had one losing year.
Tonight's vote is a very crucial one. The bill has already been defeated in the House. If it passes in the Senate, it would have a chance of being reintroduced in the House. However, if it is defeated in the Senate, supporters say it could be all over for a tax cut for Canterbury Downs this year. Back to you, Pat and Don.
So we have no results at this point, Colleen?
No vote yet. They're still voting on a 4th amendment. That'll probably take about 10 or 15 more minutes. We may have a vote by the end of the newscast.
We'll be back to you if you do. Thank you very much. A cut in federal funds has the St. Paul Public Schools sending up a warning flag tonight. The district has learned it will lose nearly $7 million for its magnet program, one which promotes desegregation and allows students to choose their own school. The district says it will now have to turn to the legislature for help, especially since it's already expecting a $6 million deficit for next year.
As it turns out, the man South St. Paul police shot and killed yesterday was wielding a toy cigarette lighter, not a real gun. Those type of guns look like the real thing when somebody points one at you. And that's what police revealed today, that they thought the DWI suspect's toy gun was real. As a result, Sergeant Gregory Moreland fired the shot at Mark Sinclair and killed him. It all started after Sinclair had already been taken into custody. Ava Thompson reports more on the police account.
The confrontation begins here, near the intersection of Highway 56 and Armour Avenue. Sergeant Gregory Moreland is en route to police headquarters with the suspect, Sinclair, in the back of his squad car.
Moreland looks through the rearview mirror and sees Sinclair pointing a gun to his head. He slams on the brakes and jumps out of the car.
Moreland tries to convince Sinclair to surrender. Sinclair continues to wave the weapon around and refuses to get out of the vehicle.
By now, 2 other officers join Moreland, all 3 trying to talk Sinclair into giving up the weapon. Moreland sneaks around from behind and tries to open one of the doors.
Moreland gets one of the back doors open, enters, and tries to take the weapon away. He's unsuccessful, so he backs off.
The suspect finally gets out of the car on his own. Sinclair threatens the officers and refuses to cooperate. He points at Moreland twice. The third time, he steps toward Moreland, about 10 feet away, pointing the weapon toward his face. Moreland fires one shot. Sinclair dies later at the hospital from a gunshot wound. Police later determined no bullets could have fired from Sinclair's weapon, a toy gun. Ava Thompson, WCCO Television News, South St. Paul.
The Dakota County Sheriff's Department is investigating the shooting. It will then go to a grand jury. Sergeant Moreland continues his duties as a police officer.
Lois Juergens' own attorney admits she was a poor mother, but says she did not kill her child. Those comments today as the Juergens murder trial got underway in Ramsey County District Court. She is accused of murdering her 3-year-old adopted son, Dennis, 22 years ago. Defense attorney Doug Thompson told jurors the evidence in this case will not support a murder conviction. But he did add, quote, Lois Juergens was not a good mother. She abused Dennis and never should have been allowed to adopt a child. On the other hand, the prosecution argued she only adopted Dennis to please her husband, then beat the child repeatedly until eventually he died.
Tonight we know which union will represent 20,000 Northwest Airlines employees. The mechanics, baggage handlers, and ticket agents had to choose between the International Association of Machinists and the Brotherhood of Railway and Airline Clerks. When the votes were counted today, the International Association of Machinists was the winner by a margin of 55 to 45%. Nurses at 17 Twin Cities hospitals will vote Thursday on a final contract offer. Today, in separate negotiations, 60 nurses at St. Francis Hospital in Shakopee accepted a new contract.
Heart transplants have become a little more routine recently, but word tonight of a double transplant that is a medical first. A cystic fibrosis patient donated his healthy heart to another man and then received a heart-lung transplant. The operations took place today in Baltimore, and they went like this. The cystic fibrosis patient received the heart and lungs from a man who had died in a car accident. The cystic fibrosis patient, in turn, donated his heart to a third man who would have died without it. Tonight, both transplant recipients remain in stable but critical condition.
Confusing story to understand. As I understand it, I guess the cystic fibrosis patient didn't have the lungs that it took to continue living.
You have to have heart and lung transplant.
Okay. It's over for Hill Street Blues. Were you watching tonight's last episode? We'll show you some cops who were...
And we'll also tell you a shootout in Canada's Parliament 3 years ago that we couldn't see until now.
Hi, Ray. Reading about Bucktrill, huh? It's a darn good herbicide to control velvet leaf.
It also controls cockleburr and the other broadleaf weeds in my corn.
Kills them fast, too. But it doesn't hurt the corn.
I plan on tank mixing Bucktrill with a little atrazine this year.
My dealer says that tank mix will give me consistent control of larger weeds, too. How about you, Henry? Do you like Bucktrill better alone or with atrazine?
Henry likes both, don't you?
Yeah, I do. That's the beauty of Bucktrill.
You know, my dad was a mechanic, so I learned at an early age how important it is to use the right motor oil. Well, cars have gotten real complicated since then. So for today's cars, you need today's motor oil. New Superflow from Exxon. Hey, this is a real winner. It's got this special additive wear band that's super at blocking wear around the rings, cam, piston.